Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Just a little bit. All right, so let's wiggle our way on into this lesson. We are doing 6.4, which is on algebraic expressions. Our learning goal is that students will be able to write algebraic expressions. Remember to pause this video at any time that you need to slow things down or write things down. Okay, remember and write all of this down. Yes, all of it. Okay, look for keywords. Write the expression as you read it. Okay, more than or more means to add something. Less than means to subtract. Fewer means to subtract. Times means to multiply. Double means to multiply by 2. Half means to divide by 2. And 1/3 means to divide by 3. Be careful about writing subtraction expressions. Usually the first number they give actually goes after the subtraction sign. So we will get to some example of that. But when we get to it, remember that the first thing that they give you is probably going to come after the subtraction sign, okay? So be sure to write all of this down. These are very, very important, okay? So 10 cans more than Vanessa collected. You are using expressions, okay, which means you are going to use variables. Remember, variables means letters, right? So you are going to use your variable or letter for the numbers that you don't know, okay? So we know 10, right? So I'm going to write the number 10 because that says 10. 10 cans more than, remember more than means to add, right? So I'm going to put a plus sign. Then Vanessa collected. Do we know how many cans Vanessa collected? No. So because we don't know, we're going to put a variable, okay? You can put whatever letter you want. It's not going to change your problem any. So you can put an X, you can put an M. I'm going to put V for Vanessa, okay? So 10 plus V is my expression. That's it. We're done. That is our answer, okay? So I put 10. I put more than, so add. And then I put Vanessa collected. We don't know, so we put a variable, okay? Okay, so 6 feet less than the width. Remember, I said when subtraction problems arise, be very careful, okay? So less than does mean subtract. So I'm going to go ahead and put a subtraction sign. 6, we know that there's 6. Do not put 6 first. The 6 comes after the subtraction sign, okay? And then 6 feet less than the width. So we don't know the width. That's our question mark. So we're going to put a W or whatever variable you want because we don't know what the width is, okay? The reason we put the number after the subtraction sign is because if it is 6 less than the width, then we need to have the width and subtract 6 from it to get 6 fewer than the width, okay? I know it sounds confusing, but when you are working with subtraction and division as well, you need to be very careful in which order you put your numbers and your variables. When you're working with multiplication or addition, it doesn't matter because 2 plus 3 is the same as 3 plus 2. And the same with multiplication. 6 times 2 is the same as 2 times 6. It doesn't matter which order you multiply or add in. But subtraction and division, order matters, okay? So be very careful. All right. Did I just mess something up? I might have. Okay, so let's do 6 hours more per week. So we know there's 6. More means to add. So we know there's going to be a plus sign. Remember with addition, plus sign, the order doesn't matter. So 6, we can put that first. And per week, we don't know how many weeks. So if you get 6 more hours per week, That's not saying 6 more. It's saying 6 more per week. That per makes a difference, okay? If we're saying 6 more per week or each week, that's actually multiplication. Got to be careful of that. I should have read a little more carefully, shouldn't I? Okay, so this actually means to multiply. So instead of adding, we're just going to erase this all together. Let's start over. This is when I wish that I could edit these videos and not make myself look a little ridiculous here. But we all make some mistakes, right? That's the important thing. I'm a teacher. I make mistakes just like you guys do. So let's try that again. Let me read the sentence carefully. Okay, 6 hours more per week. The more per, okay, means that we are trying to get 6 hours more each week we do this, and we don't know how many weeks we're doing it, okay? So the 6 is going to come first. We are multiplying this, and we don't know how many weeks we're doing this, so we are just going to put W for week, or you can put X, whatever you want, okay? So 6 hours more per week, 6 times the number of weeks. Sorry, that was my fault. I did not read correctly. Okay, so 4 times the number of gallons. So I know that times means to multiply. Our number's going to come first because when we are multiplying, order doesn't matter. So 4 times, we don't know the number of gallons, so you can put a variable for that. I'm going to put G for gallons because we don't know the gallons, right? So 4 times G is our expression. The total cost of a shirt and an $8 pair of socks. So remember, when we're thinking about the total of something, we're typically going to be adding those together, right? So the total cost of a shirt, and that also helps us know that we're adding, okay, of a shirt and an $8 pair of socks. So do we know the cost of a shirt? No, so we can put C for cost of the shirt. We are adding and an $8 pair of socks. We do know that the socks cost $8. So my expression is C plus 8. Okay, and the last one, $10 less than the original price. Remember, when we are dealing with less than, that means subtraction. Okay, and that means you need to be very careful about the order you subtract with. The number goes behind the subtraction sign. And then we don't know the original price, so we're going to put P for original price. I would say put O for original, but remember, when you're dealing with letters, you don't want the letter to look like a number. So I would avoid letters like O and S, because an S can also look like a 5. So O's and S's, let's not use those, okay? Any other letter, though, they use X, even though that looks like a multiplication sign, but we're moving away from the X being our multiplication sign. So you can still use X if you want to. All right, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I will see you tomorrow.